there's going to be two quarterbacks ready to get it done on the gridiron. It's Breeze's Saints going up against Osweiler's Texans. With that, let's get on out to Houston. We're standing by as our commentary team, Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, that play ended so fast, it's almost as if the quarterback handed it to the runner, and the tackler was there right away for a loss of yardage.
They go play action now. Osweiler going for the deep ball. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. And the quarterback, he's got some big threats at wideout.
And they seem to get bigger all the time, don't they, Brandon? Every time I look out and watch a game, we're getting...
And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Three and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12.
Detroit! Detroit! Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Watch the twins. Play.
On 3rd down, Osweiler. And he's got Miller. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21.
So what's the old expression that quarterbacks like to use when they decide to throw the football? I'm looking for either a touchdown or a check down. And he took the check down on that play, and it worked almost to perfection.
On first and 10. It's Osweiler setting up the screen for Miller. And out of bounds all the way down at the 2-yard line. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal. And the next snap coming inside the red zone here. And the D-line pinching together, must be expecting the run. From the 2-yard line now, it's first and goal. This is the running back, Blue. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Let's go.
They'll look to throw here. And incomplete here, so a little razzle-dazzle on that one, but they couldn't hook up, and it's third down. And here now, New Orleans defensive unit.
From day one in the NFL, Jerry Bird has been an interception machine, and now he's added excellent tackling and range to his game.
Can this defense get the stop on the opening drive? Here's third and goal. Third down and goal from the 6. Now it's Miller, and he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Texans take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Now it's Novak on. He'll send this one away following the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. So quick on the spin.
He's spinning, man.
And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. And they're definitely showing blitz here. Grayson now. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. And he's eventually brought down, but not before he reaches the 39, just shy of the 40.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Now Grayson to the sideline, and oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were. And a very good offensive unit here. One of the reasons they're so good is running back Mark Ingram.
Took a little while for him to find his footing when he got into the league, but the former Heisman Trophy winner has it now and has really upped his pass receiving potential. A nice player.
Shift together here from the D-line. They'll look to throw. And his throw here is incomplete. Kobe Fleener, the tight end, his intended target. And they're going to have a third down. And a look now at the defense for Houston.
Vince Wilfork is a terrific player. The first thing you notice, obviously, is his size. But his agility will surprise you. He can play defensive end as well as hold down the middle as a defensive tackle.
And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion. And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on third down. Looking to throw. It's complete to Fleener. A gain of 19 and picking up the first.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. Fresh set of downs here. They'll look to throw again. Throw complete right side to Cooks. And he's brought down. It'll go as a gain of 12. And the Saints are going to get a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play. And sometimes it can break big.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. J.J. Watt in there to sack him for a loss of 6. And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. An 8-yard gain, so that gets him halfway there. Now they're left with a 3rd and 8 more.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And this is going to be caught. No, they say it's incomplete. Trying to get it to Willie Snead there. And that'll bring up 4th down. And on this challenge, the refs have to take a peek and see whether or not the receiver was able to dot the I with both feet,
while making sure that he possesses the football all the way through the catch.
Now Kai Forbath to try the field goal for New Orleans. This from 42 yards out. And Forbath will put this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, but the net gain, 3 points.
And you're going to have drives like that in this league. Sometimes you just got to take the 3 and move on. Always better than nothing.
This is taken at the 3. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
On the stop, it's Delvin Breaux. Off the corner. Where'd he come from? Well, I guess he came off the corner, but really nice play.
I like when you're able to pose a question and answer it at the same time. That's exactly where he came from, but it's not something that you normally see. Most of the time, we're thinking about those guys covering pass catchers. In this case, he was a big factor in the run game. No gain.
So incomplete on 2nd down. Now they'll look to convert here on 3rd. They isolate Hopkins on the left side. On 3rd down, Osweiler. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested, and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
Taken in at the 11. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2 as they take over following the punt with a 1st and 10. They'll run with Ingram here to begin the drive. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Let's see what the offense comes with here. 2nd and 8. Here comes the D swarming to the line. Thomas, the man in motion left. Again, they'll run with Ingram. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. 1st level defensive line, 2nd level linebackers, 3rd level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a 1st level run, and it was stopped by a 2nd level player.
3rd down and 4. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. An extra defensive back in the game now here for 3rd and 4. He gets it to Cooks. Give him 3 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. And that will bounce out of bounds before they can get a return going. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. On 1st and 10, it's Osweiler surveying the field. And he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play. In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Grayson now under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. J.J. Watt in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. The defense in an enviable position here. The offense needs 13 yards. It's 3rd down. So the D-line's going to spread out. And they've got an extra defensive back out there now on 3rd and 13.
Here we go now.
Now Grayson, nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
That's fielded at the 8-yard line. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. Boy, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15, and the Texans take possession. And now out comes Houston. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. Well, they don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
And now we're circling here around the 2-minute warning.
This is a setup play, trying to get one last one in before the clock warning.
They come out here in the eye. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout. Second down, 8. Again, we'll see the pistol here. And the back goes into motion. On 2nd down, here's Osweiler. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking to get it to his running back, Lamar Miller. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
So a second down incompletion now brings up third down.
Here we go now.
Out of the gun, it's Osweiler. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
All right, now look at 56.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Miller. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3. They're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll try to run for it with Miller. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Now Osweiler. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
Again on 2nd and 10 now. It's Osweiler. He's got it complete to Braxton Miller. And he's brought down after a good gain. And now a first down following that long gain.
All right, here we go. Green.
They'll throw on first down with Osweiler. This will be caught at the 2. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller from 21 yards away. And the Texans will add on to their lead. And his kick is good. Now it's Novak on. He'll send this one away following the touchdown. On the return, here's C.J. Spiller. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So the incomplete pass brings up second down.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
Final play of the half. It's Osweiler finding time. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things.
Ingram churning. He lost the football. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They'll start this drive with very good field position. And again here, we'll see the Wildcat. Second half begins with a run from Miller. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Partner, I think the easy thing now would be to just abandon the run and start throwing the football at all costs. But I've been in so many games where it doesn't work running the ball. It doesn't work running the ball. And then something pops, and now you get something going. I'm not so sure to just abandon your game plan this early in the second half.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Novak is on to attempt the extra point. And they're able to up the lead by one more. Now it's Novak on. He'll send this one away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Brian Cushing. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
So second down was a run play. Now let's see what they do on third. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Here's Hunt trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities. Second down, offense behind the sticks here. 2nd and 13.
They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. John Simon in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Now Grayson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Third down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
This is taken at the 15. A good return there, 17 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now out comes Houston. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Dance class, anyone? Did you see the steps between the quarterback and the running back on that counter play?
That's what you need for a good counter.
You have to have it because you're setting up your blocking. There's a timing element as well. But they have to marry up their steps. Otherwise, that timing gets thrown out the window.
Timing was great there and a big run. Give him 30 yards there.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
They run with blue. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Alfred Blue, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Texans will extend their lead. And the lead will grow by one more. Now it's Novak on. He'll send this one away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Ingram again. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line's just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
The gun now on third down. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. And here comes the Texans now. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Tackle made there by Nick Fairley. And when you're running the football, one thing you don't want to see is a big boy coming up there to swallow you whole in those D tackles and nose tackles.
No, you're actually counting on your big boys to protect you from them, but on that play, the defensive tackle had the leverage, and he won the battle. No gain, correct?
No gain. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. So it'll be first down here after the run. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
C.J. Fedorowicz, the intended receiver. And that's going to make it third down and 10.
Well, sometimes you just have to take things into your own hands, don't you? I mean, the offense is really struggling in this game. They're the ones keeping things going. They have to continue to play at that level.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. The Saints with an extra defensive back here on third on the field.
Could they blitz?
Now Osweiler setting up the screen for Miller. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Back now at the home of Super Bowl 51, NRG Stadium in Houston. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So a bullet dodge there defensively. They surrender excellent field position on the kick return, but it winds up not costing them a thing.
And that's a tough sequence of events from an offensive perspective. The inability to get first downs leads to the field goal try. And the inability to catch.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. DJ Reader in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's got time. And Cooks hands it over the middle. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. He'll wind up getting 11 on that one. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down. They're still in search of the 1st down after that last completion. Now the defense definitely showing blitz here. Back to throw. And incomplete here on 3rd down. Oh, Thomas unable to reel that one in. And it'll be 4th down.
We know it's not an easy job.
And whistle blown. A timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is incomplete. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. And now out comes Houston. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
They come out here in the eye. On 2nd down, here's Miller. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. On the stop, James Laurinaitis.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Here's Osweiler into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarris Byrd. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
And they'll get him down here at the 23. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Grayson now. It's complete. Flainer, right side. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He had told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it. It appears that the pressure is affecting him today. Normally, he knows exactly when to get rid of the football, but today, because he's been hit a few times, he's getting rid of it a little bit too quickly.
Now Grayson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in the cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old-school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football, because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. A 1st down carry now for Miller. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
But he was stopped on that play. He's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
They'll run it with a fullback Prosch. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves him needing about 7 here on 3rd down.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. So 3rd and 7 and an extra defensive back on the field here.
Definitely want to play coverage here.
Throwing. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Will Fuller, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Texans continue to pour it on. Now it's Novak on. He'll send this one away following the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to...
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jonathan Joseph. And he'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. And now out comes Houston. They take over with great field position. They've got the big lead. Most would say they should kneel it, but the key word there is should. You never know here.
You never know. That's the exact play that should happen. But some people like stats. You know, some people like to put more things up on the board, but kneel down is usually the right play here.
We'll see what they do in this situation. Now a quick handoff, and this is the fullback, Prosch. No gain that time, and it leaves them with 3rd and 11 coming up.
The offense is in total control right now. And while they don't want to be in anything close to a hurry-up, they want to make sure they do things with discipline now. Get to the line of scrimmage, line up correctly, take time off the clock, snap the ball late in the play clock, and run the game out.
On 3rd down, Osweiler. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he will have the 1st down before he's brought down at the 3.
Well, the advantage has certainly shifted to the defense as we began that 3rd down play, and they found a way to foil it and pick up a 1st down.
3rd time's a charm, right? 2 incompletions. Had to have it on 3rd, and they got it.
Yeah, they stuck with it, weren't daunted at all, and picked it up.
Shift together here from the D-line. 1st down and goal. The offense knocking on the door. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
And I got to tell you, I've never coached, but if I'm a coach here, what do you say to your team after a loss this deflating?
After a loss like that, the less, the better. Just get in the locker room, tell them that you care about them, and you'll see them at work come Monday. But boy, oh boy, you've got to find a way to let this one go fast.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Texans as we say so long from Houston.